Alright, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a basic tutorial on Scratch. In this tutorial I'll be covering how to make a begin block and how to make your sprite move. The first thing you're going to want to do is create the begin block. So you're going to want to go down here and create a new sprite by pressing paint. And now you'll see that you have this costume called custom 1. But it is actually a new sprite. So what you're going to want to do is just create a basic, it's called a rectangle. It's filled in green. Like that, and then using the text feature you're going to want to write begin or start. Now note that the begin block has to be a sprite, because otherwise the program we're going to write on it will not work. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it begin block for the purposes of the tutorial. Next thing you want to do is create a new backdrop, or just choose one. I'm just going to choose a random one here. So now for our program, we're going to want to make sure you have the begin block selected, and you're going to want to make it so when the little flag is clicked, the sprite is shown. And this will make sense in just a second. And then now you're going to want to make it so when the sprite is clicked, you hide the sprite. And then switch the backdrop to the Arctic. So as you can see here, it is shown up. And I forgot to set the backdrop right. So right now the backdrop is already in the Arctic, so it doesn't really do anything. What we want to do is make it so it switches to backdrop 1 when we click the flag, so that way it has room to switch to the Arctic. So you see here. And that's basically it. What we now have to do is make it so the sprite moves and only shows up when we click on the begin block. So what we want to do first is, like we did with the begin block, make it so that it reappears and disappears. So in this case, we're going to hide it when the flag is clicked. But now we're going to make it so that when the backdrop switches to the Arctic, the sprite actually reappears. So what this does is basically what it says. You click it and the cat shows up. Now movement in Scratch is really easy. We're just going to have to drag out 4 of these. When a certain key is pressed, something happens. So we're going to do up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, and right arrow. So we're going to go over here to motion and then change X, of course, like a coordinate plane. You have your X axis and you have your Y axis. So this would be moving X positive, moving X negative, moving Y positive, moving Y negative. So we're going to make it so when the right arrow key is pressed, the X is changed by positive 10, so that means it's going to go right. We're going to duplicate this and just change this value to negative 10. And now we're going to want to change it over here where it says change Y by 10. This will make it go up because, of course, positive numbers at the top, negative are at the bottom. And you're going to want to change this block to change Y by negative 10. So now we have it, so when we press the little flag, the begin button will appear. And when we actually press the begin button, the cat will show up and you can move it with the arrow keys. And now, of course, if you don't like where the begin block is placed, you can always just move it around. And it'll stay in that position as long as you don't have it set to move. And just like that, the cat moves in any direction. This has been a simple Scratch tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.